You think you know Aquarius. You think you've seen their odd quirks, their unpredictable behavior, their flashes of genius, and you've concluded you understand them. But let me warn you, whatever you believe you know about Aquarius is only a shadow on the surface, a reflection on water disturbed by wind. Stand still, look deeper, and the truth becomes something entirely different. Aquarius is not the rebel stereotype, not the eccentric outsider, not the detached intellect people lazily label them as. They are something far more complex, far more powerful, far more transformative than anyone expects. And once you truly see them, once you step into the charged, electric world behind their eyes, you will never see them the same way again. Aquarius lives in a world between worlds, in a mental plane where ideas are alive and possibilities stretch far beyond what most people dare to imagine. If you've ever wondered why they seem lost in thought, why they pause mid-conversation, or stare into the distance with a strange knowing expression, it's because they're operating on levels most people don't even perceive. They are not detached, they are processing. They are not unemotional, they are absorbing. They are not strange, they are futuristic. And that is the first shift, the first rise in the rhythm of their existence. Aquarius is not distant, Aquarius is ahead. Their mind is like an intricate lightning storm, silent from afar, mesmerizing up close. They don't just think, they connect. They don't just analyze, they innovate. A simple comment from someone else becomes a concept, a system, a world. A tiny observation becomes a blueprint for something astonishing. Aquarius has this way of pulling ideas out of the air as if they're tuning into a frequency no one else can hear. And when you see them fall silent, when their eyes narrow just slightly and their expression becomes unreadable, that is when the next mini-climax builds, you can almost feel the energy around them shift. Something brilliant is forming. Something that will change the conversation, the relationship, or even the entire direction of their life. And yet, with all this intellect, Aquarius feels deeply. They feel with an intensity that is rarely expressed but constantly present. Their emotions don't erupt outward. They resonate inward like sound waves echoing in a deep chamber. You might think they are unaffected or immune, but nothing could be further from the truth. Aquarius absorbs everything. The tone behind your words, the intention beneath your actions, the subtle shifts in your mood, they catch it all. They store it, analyze it, understand it in ways they will never explain. And here comes another rise, another unexpected crescendo. Aquarius appears detached not because they lack emotion, but because their emotion is too vast, too complex, too intertwined with everything they perceive. Aquarius is loyal, but not easily. They choose their people carefully, almost cautiously. They give their trust like a secret key, one they forge themselves after countless experiences taught them the cost of giving it to the wrong hands. And when they do give it, it is unwavering, fierce, and oddly protective. They don't shout their loyalty, they demonstrate it through presence, through consistency, through a kind of quiet devotion that feels almost invisible until you realize you rely on it. But make no mistake, the moment you betray an Aquarius, the energy shifts dramatically. Their silence changes tone. Their eyes sharpen. Their mind clicks into a different mode. The mini-climax here is cold, swift, and absolute. They won't yell, they won't argue, they'll just detach. And once Aquarius detaches, there is no return. The door closes without sound, without drama, without warning. Independence is the core of everything they are. Aquarius breathes autonomy. They don't just want freedom, they require it. Every part of their existence relies on the ability to move, think, and act without being restrained. Suggesting what they should do feels to them like someone reaching into their mind and rearranging their thoughts. They recoil. Not always visibly, but internally, profoundly. Aquarius will listen, yes. They will consider ideas, intellectually, fairly, openly. But the moment someone tries to control them or dictate their path, Aquarius becomes immovable. Not loudly, not rebelliously, but with the quiet, unshakable rigidity of steel. And here, the rhythm dips and rises again. Aquarius appears flexible until the moment they are not. They can bend with ideas, shift with perspectives, dance with possibilities, but they snap shut around their autonomy with unmatched precision. They are often misunderstood because they live in contradiction. They are social but distant, emotional but logical, rebellious but responsible, spontaneous but structured. Their inconsistency is not chaos, it is adaptation. They shift depending on the environment, the people, the energy, the possibilities. Where others cling to identity, Aquarius shapes and reshapes themselves like water shifting in a container. One moment they are quiet observers, the next they are electrifying visionaries. One moment they crave solitude like oxygen, the next they are magnetic forces drawing everyone into conversation. And every shift, every transformation, carries its own subtle climax, a pulse of meaning beneath the surface. Aquarius listens differently. They don't just hear your words, they analyze your patterns, decode your intentions, pick up on your internal logic, or lack of it. They are not judging you, they are understanding you. This is why Aquarius often knows someone's character long before others do. They read between lines as naturally as others read letters. They sense who will stay, who will drift, who will disappoint, who will surprise. And even when they allow someone into their world knowing the risks, they do it deliberately. Aquarius never falls blindly. They fall with awareness, precision, and a strange mixture of curiosity and caution. Their creativity is not loud or chaotic. It is architectural. They build ideas like engineers of possibility. They may be artists, thinkers, inventors, visionaries, strategists, but whatever they do it with a kind of profound, structured brilliance. Aquarius can take chaos and turn it into clarity, take confusion and turn it into innovation, take emotion and turn it into understanding. And when they reveal their thoughts, slowly, carefully, intentionally, you feel the shift, the lift, the quiet explosion of insight. Aquarius changes the entire atmosphere simply by speaking a truth no one else saw. In relationships, Aquarius loves differently. They love with their mind first, then with their soul, and finally with their body. They observe the person, the connection, the dynamic. They test it quietly, intuitively. They need time, not because they fear commitment but because they want to commit deeply, fully, authentically. And when they choose you, it is not impulsive. It is deliberate, careful, meaningful. They love in small actions, unexpected gestures, keen observation. They remember what you said 3 months ago even if you forgot. They show affection through emotional intelligence, humor, shared ideas, creative bonding. Their love is not loud, but it is vast. And the mini-climaxes of Aquarius love happen in silence. A look that feels like a spark, a sentence wrapped in layers of meaning, a laugh that exposes their real vulnerability. Aquarius values humanity, but they struggle with individuals. They love people as a concept, but individuals can overwhelm them. This is why Aquarius often oscillates between deep connection and sudden detachment. They feel responsible for humanity but protective of their energy. They want to help, to guide, to mentor, to build, but they cannot give endlessly. Their boundaries are not walls, they are systems. Systems designed to keep their mind balanced, their heart safe, their energy intact. And when those boundaries are crossed, there is always a drop, a fall, followed by a quiet, powerful rise. Aquarius recalibrates. They don't break, they reconfigure. Aquarius has a strange relationship with emotion. They feel deeply but refuse to drown. They analyze their own feelings as if they're studying data from another world. They approach heartbreak with philosophy, disappointment with logic, joy with curiosity. And in this internal process lies another mini-climax. Aquarius can transform emotional chaos into clarity faster than anyone else. They don't escape their feelings, they elevate them. Their intuition is a different breed. Not mystical, not dreamy, it's analytical intuition. Pattern-based intuition. They see connections where others see coincidences. They predict outcomes from observing micro-behaviors. They anticipate change because they live at the edge of the future in their minds. When Aquarius warns you about something, listen. When they encourage you toward something, trust it. They aren't guessing, they're reading the blueprint. Aquarius thrives when unrestrained. Give them space to explore ideas, experience freedom, create systems, challenge norms, and you will witness something extraordinary. Aquarius becoming themselves. They flourish when allowed to think without limitation, love without pressure, create without judgment. Their authenticity shines in environments where they feel mentally and emotionally liberated. And when they shine, the room shifts. People notice. Energy changes. Aquarius becomes a lighthouse, calm, brilliant, guiding without even trying. Their contradictions are their power. Their inconsistencies are their depth. Their unpredictability is their logic. Aquarius is not the storm itself, they are the air that creates it. They move through life with a rhythm that is impossible to replicate, a pulse that feels like quiet electricity beneath everything they do. To understand Aquarius, you must abandon linear thinking. You must embrace paradox. You must see the world as layered, fluid, interconnected, the way they do. Only then will you witness their brilliance, their empathy, their complexity, their quiet strength. Only then will you notice the rise and fall cadence in the way they speak, think, feel, and love. Aquarius is not defined by rebellion. They are defined by truth. Not defined by independence. They are defined by alignment. Not defined by detachment. They are defined by preservation. They are thinkers, observers, innovators, protectors, enigmas. They are the calm before the future arrives, the spark before the transformation begins, the mind that sees what others overlook. You don't forget an Aquarius. Not because they demand attention, but because they change the texture of your life in ways you only recognize when they're gone. They leave imprints, subtle, intellectual, emotional, spiritual. They shift you. They awaken you. They challenge you. They inspire you. Aquarius is the question you didn't know you needed to ask, the perspective you didn't know you needed to see, the presence you didn't realize was shaping you the entire time. They are the paradox of distance and depth, the fusion of logic and emotion, the quiet electric pulse in a world that rarely stops to listen. They are the rise and fall, the drop and the lift, the subtle climax that unfolds without spectacle. They are Aquarius. And once you see them clearly, truly, completely, you never forget the way they made the world feel different.